Okay, hey, and welcome to part 6, I believe. I'm not even sure now, I'm starting to lose count. But yeah, I think this is part 6 of the mini-series. So again, we have a locomotive here that I looked at 3 years ago now. And I didn't do a brilliant job on it. I didn't show you it how it was supposed to be shown. So I'm back again, just quickly showing it you in all of its glory for all of those people that would like to see it in all of its glory. So what do we have? Well, it's by Hornby, as you can see, and it is, look, I mean, as if this needs no introduction, this is the Duchess of Hamilton, the limited edition NRM one as well. There we can see LMS 462, the coronation class Duchess of Hamilton 6229. Yeah, so this came out in 2009 when the Duchess of Hamilton had just had a re-streamlining finished, because she was built with this streamlining and then it was taken off about 10 or 20 years later, and then it was put back on again quite recently, restoring her to her former glory, which is how she was meant to be. And I love the streamlining, and so to mark the occasion, the NRM and Hornby got together to release a special edition Duchess of Hamilton, and here she is. But because Hornby have such excellent tooling for this model and invested a lot of money in it, they are making it again now, and they're churning out princess coronations every year. So getting hold of this particular locomotive is really easy. You just go online and you'll find examples all over the place. What's that? 70 years Coronation Scott. Wow, well that's cool. That was 2008. That was a while ago then. Anyway, so yeah. Well, maybe it came out in 2008. No, I think it came out, well, I got it in 2009 anyway. It could have come out in 2008, I suppose. But yeah, there we go. Fantastic locomotive. The box is really nice too. Ooh, just knocked the camera. You get a photo of it on the back, and you get quite a lot of information about it there. And it was the 10th loco to be built at Crewe in 1938, which is obviously amazing. Yeah, you can tell it's the 10th one because it says 6229, and obviously the first one was 6220, so the 10th would be 9. So yes, the 10th locomotive built, and she's preserved. You can go see her at the NRM, the National Railway Museum in York, England. She's there, and wow, it's magnificent. I think when I stand next to her, my feet are there and my head is about there or something. That's just how huge and magnificent she is. Okay, so let's open the box and see what she's like. Okay, so sleeve off and then just slide it out. There we go. Let's just push that to one side. Take off that, and there she is. The packaging is not very nice, is it? But I mean, I've held on to all the packaging for all of my locomotives, like if I move house in the future, and well, just because they're locomotives, they're quite special. But it's not nice packaging, I have to admit. What are they doing? There should be a hole in the back. Yes, there is. There we go. So that's the tender out, and then we'll put a bit of a coat through the back, and then just, well, there we go. Yeah. Okay. So, oh, get off. Right. Okay, all the packaging to one side. There she is. That's the Duchess of Hamilton. And here is, it's really hard to hold that front, this truck here with the wheels on, with this bogie. It's hard to hold that still whilst handling the entire locomotive. So again you get like a pin which just slots into the coupling there on the back, and there we have it. Whew. She's not easy to hold. She's not easy to handle because she's just so grand. Well, just look at that. I mean, just like Princess Alice that we looked at the other day. It's iconic, isn't it? You either love it or hate it. This streamlined design by the LMS is quite out there. It was unlike anything else when it appeared, and I just think it's brilliant. Thankfully, Hornby have done a fantastic job of this model. Have they done the cab? No. Unfortunately, the cab is just like Princess Alice's. in that it's basically just a black void with nothing in there at all. Well, obviously there's what looks like detail, but it's not very good, is it? So let's have a look at the rest of her then. Well, as you'd expect, we've got sprung buffers both on the front and the back, so that's good. That linkage is just amazing, and thankfully, unlike the A4s by Hornby, I've had no problem with this linkage. None at all. One thing I forgot to mention in the Falcon video is that a lot of people have had problems with its linkage, and even I did. There was like a little bit that came off and detached and then started causing problems. But the linkage on this Princess Coronation is perfect. I've not had any problems at all. The back wheels there are flat, you'll notice, and that's they're flangeless, I should say, and that's to aid in going around quite tight corners. But I'm pretty sure, I'm positive, she came with some replacements, so you can put on realistic flanged wheels, you know, with the little lip like that. But obviously if you do that, then she's not going to be able to go around tight corners. She just won't do it. She'll derail or something. So I just thought, well, I'll leave it as it is for now, because she's only running on the test layout, as the new layout still isn't a complete loop. And so I'm having to continue using the test layout here. But, wow, it's beautiful. It's stunning. Just look at it. It just takes your breath away. The handrails all the way down the side. Again, you've got the whistle there and what I think are the safety valves. Little windows, handrails there. The livery is immaculate. Absolutely pristine. Just look at it. The Duchess of Hamilton. My only gripe, I suppose, my only criticism is that it's not glossy. The real Duchess of Hamilton is glossy. Really, really glossy. Like she's been sprayed with 200 tons of wax or something. But this isn't glossy. I mean, it's quite reflective and it's very clean and in excellent condition, but it's not glossy, it's not shiny, not like the real thing. So, well, I guess that's because it's hard to... No, you can achieve that with plastic. I'm sure you can do that with plastic, but they haven't for some reason. So, yeah, that's my only criticism. And I love these streamlined tenders. They just look awesome. Well, it's so neat. And look at that! Can you see the way the light is just shining off that? Just bouncing off the gold. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at those wheels. They're so clean, aren't they? You can tell that I look after the Duchess of Hamilton. She's one of my favourite locomotives. She's easily in the top 5. And the camera's not going to focus on it. It's trying, but it does say LMS, and then at the bottom there I think it says 4,000 gallons or something, which is how much water she could hold. And the tenders were like split diagonally, weren't they? With this basically being for water, and then the top triangle being for coal. And they were really successful tenders, Stanier design tenders, really successful, really good. They even tested them out on the Southern Railway and the LNER Railway, yeah, the East Coast. So fantastic tender, fantastic locomotive, excellent detail. Not quite as impressive as it could be. It's not a 10 out of 10. It would have been a 10 out of 10, but the cab lets it down. Oh, so it's a 9 out of 10, I'm afraid. But anyway, enough chit chat. Let's put her on the track and see how she runs. Okay, so here I am over at the layout. Apologies if you can hear like lots of ambient background sound effects and stuff, but it seems to be home time for kids and home time for people going to work as well, so there's lots and lots of noise outside. But here we have the Duchess of Hamilton, and she's really easy to put on the track. There we go, job done. Her tender too. Now, for a while, she was actually called the Coronation. I did talk about this in the video on Princess Alice, and do you remember me talking about one going over to America? Well, it was this. It was the Duchess of Hamilton that went over to the United States for the New York Fair, the show they had there. And all they did was they took off the nameplate Duchess of Hamilton and then put on Coronation, and she became the Coronation Scot for a while whilst she was in America. and the original coronation back in England became the Duchess of Hamilton. So for a while there was a blue Duchess of Hamilton and a golden and maroon coronation. So I think that's quite fascinating. And then obviously she came back over in 1942, I think, because of the war, because of World War II. You know, the whole world was fighting. Well, things don't change, do they? And so they swapped the name badges over again. But she's still with us. That's what makes me almost cry about this locomotive. She's still here. She hasn't been scrapped. You can actually go and see this very locomotive, and beautiful she is too. So she's DCC. So get Will's little railway book out. Look, see, it even says Will's Model Railway Handybook. Flick to the steam section. No, it's none of them. Here we go. The LMS Princess Coronation Duchess of Hamilton should be number 13. So I select number 13 on the controller, hit enter, and let's give her a little wiggle. Oh yes, beautiful. She was chipped just days after we got her, I think, because she's such an important locomotive. And she was quite pricey as well. She was about £105. Yeah, I think it was 105. So she wasn't cheap, but she's worth every penny. Right, just losing my voice now. Okay, that's a sign I'm talking too much. Okay, let's give her a direction. Yep, she's got the direction set perfectly, and off she goes. Look at how smooth that is. That's just beautiful. And if we take a look at the DCC controller, you can see that there's not a very high setting there. Yeah, about 11 o'clock? No, maybe 10 or something. Just look at that. Just look at that linkage. Oh, she's just such a magnificent piece of engineering. In 00 form, never mind the real thing. She really is. Oh, she's beautiful. So here's her sister, back in temporary storage, Princess Alice, which I think was the 5th one to be built. And then here comes the Duchess of Hamilton. Just look at that, look at the two together. How magnificent are they? I love the streamlining on these Princess Coronations. And just wait till you see her in a bit, because I'm going to get her going really fast with a full rake of LMS coaches as well. They don't have stripes down, unlike the blue ones do, but then the striped coaches actually only existed for the American tour. They didn't run in Britain. They didn't run on British mainline track. It was just normal LMS coaches. Watch her do a slow pass. Oh, magnificent. Yeah, excellent mechanism there from Hornby. Brilliant motor. Really, really smooth. The DCC chip obviously helps an awful lot. So let's just bring her to a stop. Okay, time to put on some LMS coaches. I do have, they're not over there. I think the LMS coaches are on that rack and in the windowsill just here. So I'll get those loaded on, and then we'll get the Duchess of Hamilton to back up onto them. Okay, so here we are with LMS coaches. This is a non-premium one. This is the most basic you can get. This is a railroad range LMS coach, basically. You can tell by the ends being the same colour as the coach. A slightly higher quality LMS coach would be this one, with black ends, but still plastic buffers and unsprung, with gigantic tension lock couplers. But that is a slightly higher quality coach. And then right at the very top, also by Hornby, is this premium LMS coach. Just look how beautiful that is. And you've got proper metal buffers, and they are sprung. And you've even got NRM couplings, slimline tension lock, NRM pocket couplings on them. So they are the top of the range LMS coaches, and I'm going to put that on first, using my railer to make the job easy because I've got so many. But then after that, well, no, that's a first class, so we'll save that one, and that's a third class, we'll save that one as well. That's a brake coach. Okay, well, it's going to be very hard to do this because I don't think I've got enough coaches to make up a proper train as it should have been. But I've got 8 of them, so we've got quite a few. Oops, that hasn't gone on properly, has it? Oh no, something up with that bogey. Let's try again. There we go. It's my railer. It's I think my railer is being disturbed by the blue tack there. Not to worry. Okay, that's a brake coach. That's another brake coach. I've got lots of brake coaches. I've got too many brake coaches. Okay. Oh, no, my railer's not working very well today. There we go. Okay, so another standard corridor. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on. And then I'm afraid it's going to be a little bit brake coach crazy because I've just got so many brake coaches. So there's a brake coach, and then we'll couple this other brake coach to that, and then this other brake coach to that one, and then that's all of the brake coaches done and the train complete. So you can't tell what it looks like properly yet until the locomotive backs up onto that and takes her away for a spin, the train that is, but you'll see in a second. Okay, camera's free again, see? And we're going to get the locomotive to back up onto her train now. So come on, Duchess of Hamilton. Nicely does it. A little bit more power. And then slow down again as we go around this bend. Oh, she struggled on the Hornby Express point there. I still haven't cleaned the track though, to be honest. Do need to do that because it's starting to get quite grubby, and obviously you can't leave it too long, otherwise it's going to start making the wheels of all these coaches and locomotives dirty as well. So here we go, just gently does it, gently does it. Oh, wow, that was textbook. Perfect. Okay, so there's the Duchess of Hamilton with her coach, her rake of coaches I should say, with all 8 of them, all 8 coaches. And they're all LMS coaches, as you can see. They're just a little bit shorter than Mark 1 coaches. But they were a fantastic design, and as I say, a lot of the aspects of the LMS coach there was incorporated into the Mark 1 coach. Because, well, the LMS were pretty big. Well, they were the biggest. Okay, take it away, Duchess of Hamilton. Don't worry, I'll get her up to some good speed. Here she comes. Shall we get her going a bit faster? She's not going very quick, is she? Yeah, let's turn the throttle up a little bit. Let's give her a little bit more juice and see just what she's got. Okay, you ready for this? Duchess of Hamilton with 8 beautiful LMS coaches. She's an incredible train, an incredible performer, brilliant motor, brilliant mechanism. I just love her. I really do.